Unfortunately, the new world has not been working out all that well. In the beginning of the parsha, we're told about the moral decay which has taken place, which has brought God to the point of bringing this incredible flood to destroy this older generation, which has completely deteriorated. In the verses leading up to this, which means the end of last week's parsha, we're told something about, and for lack of a better term, I'll call it the sexual politics which take place. We're told about powerful men who go and take women. Now, there's nothing romantic about that. It doesn't say they take them to the movies. It doesn't say they take them to dinner. It doesn't say they take them to a concert. It says they take them. And the people began to multiply. That sounds good. That's one of the blessings which God had blessed the people with. But it says that they multiplied and daughters were born. Now that's strange because generally daughters and sons are going to be born. So part of what we're concerned with, why the emphasis on the daughters? V'yiru b'nei ha'Elohim. Now that's a strange term. The sons of the powerful. The word Elohim doesn't always mean God. It means power. Those who have power, who possess all kinds of power. There's nothing new about this. The sons of the powerful saw, v'yiru b'nei Elohim, the sons of the powerful saw, et benot ha'adam kitavot hena. They saw the daughters of man who were very attractive. V'chulem nashim mikol shebacharu. And they took women, anyone who they chose. So at face value, we're dealing with powerful men abusing women, taking women. One of the 16th century commentators, the Al-Sheikh, reads within this verse something a little bit deeper. He says that there's a difference between benot Adam, the daughters, versus nashim, the women. The daughters have the connotation of people who are a bit younger. Nashim, he believes, has a connotation of those who are married. And therefore what he claims is that the moral corruption which had taken place were these men taking these married women, which means that the institution of marriage was what was attacked. Now I want to try to delve a little bit deeper into that, because I think that what the Al-Sheikh is telling us or pointing us towards is really the source of where this comes from. This verse that the men saw and they looked fine and so on is reminiscent of a verse which we had last week. We were told that Eve looks, sees the tree, sees it's attractive, and then takes from its fruit. Which means there was lust in that taking from the fruit, and then there was a poison which was ingested. It sounds as if the behavior of these people is really the same as that previous or first generation who partook of the fruit. Let me say this a little bit clearer. Eve could have taken from all the trees in the field, but that's the way the evil inclination, the Yetzer Hara, works. It tells you to take the thing that you shouldn't have or you can't have, because forbidden fruit is sweetest. That seems to be what the Al-Sheikh is telling us about this new generation. There are plenty of single girls around to date and to romance and to try to convince to marry. But instead, these people chose the forbidden fruit. They chose the women who were already married. And presumably the women already married went off of these men, which means we had a breakdown of society in terms of the morality which existed. This seems to be one element of the moral decay which took place, which caused God to bring these waters, which for us are reminiscent of a mikveh, to come and to purify the entire people who somehow very quickly had caused so much decay to come into the world.